Could we talk about how I hit a dog today?
Oh my God.
You know when I say like welcome to season 2, you've got to be like shh.
Oh.
Even I know which one it is. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
All right. Just gonna start. I had to.
He loves this tune.
It's not even for the video, it's for the song. You're exactly right. Just for the beat. Let me let the beat drop and then we can get started. Oh yeah. Quick shout out to Chris Pansalan, who's a sound engineer and producer. And he's the guy that makes all the beats. We sometimes get questions about where your music comes from. It's from a producer called Chris Pansalan, who's based in the US. Did you really just that up?
Oh, hang on.
How can
That's the one. Okay, green, yellow. No. I wanted, after that one, I wanted to give the L.
Okay. Oh, so did you want me to start it again or just go?
Just whatever you want to do.
Why would you do that for that?
I'm learning the buttons. This is new to me. This is the new season 2. And I'm just getting used to where all the buttons and everything are. But yeah, hope you're enjoying so far.
Yeah, first, before we jump into the podcast, this episode is sponsored by Shredlights. If you want to pick up a set of Shredlights for yourself, the link will be down below in the video description, and the website is shredlights.com. That's shredlights.com. Big thank you to Shredlights for sponsoring this episode. We like to string things out and be as long-winded as possible. Let me know what your thoughts are on the audio, because we've made like a lot of changes to the equipment that we're using.
Yeah, I'm hoping the audio is going to sound better. I mean, from what I can hear, it sounds a million times better than it did before. So
yeah, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. But yeah, so the, I guess, major topic of this podcast is going to be the ONSRA board that we've been trying out. Fabi was kind enough to organise us a board for us to be able to test out and have some fun on.
Yep, the ONSRA Black Carve.
Okay, Ricky's smiling right now. You can see where this is going to go. So
I love this board.
Okay, go on. First impressions, Rick. What was so significant for you? What made it stand out so much, man? Because he was going to wet his pants when we got in today. All he wanted to do was jump on a board and ride.
It was one of those ones that I was looking forward to, just based on what I'd seen online. You guys know now we ride Evolve boards and we love Evolve boards. Many of you call us Evolve fanboys, but it is what it is.
Go Evolve!
But at the end of the day, the reason why I was so excited about this board is just based on it looked like it was going to be an Evolve killer. And for me personally, it has been an amazing board. It's done the job. I'm not going to let on too much in the podcast. You're going to have to wait for a comparison if that's something you guys want to see. But ultimately, let me get that one back out. It's been a great board, and I've been really enjoying riding it. And I don't know what it is about the board. I think it could be the wheels. The many factors to it. The fact that it's got double kingpin trucks on it, or the fact that it just feels the most similar to the Evolve board in terms of just the way it feels to ride. But something that was a little bit sketchy to start off with when riding it was obviously the deck size, the shortness of the deck. It's a lot shorter than it is on the Evolve boards, isn't it?
It's funny that you said that it rides it rides close to the Evolves. I think it rides nothing like them, not in a bad way. I just don't. It just doesn't ride like any of the Bamboo or the GT.
The thing is
Bamboo or the Carbon, sorry.
Yeah, the thing is though, you use the Bamboo primarily, whereas I use the Carbon. This board has not really got much flex to it whatsoever.
So that's where the similarity is.
So for me, it's quite similar to the Carbon deck with the double kingpin trucks on there, and I suppose I've been using a lot of the 150mm wheels on the all-terrain wheels, so they're a little bit smaller on the Black Carve than what are on the Evolve, but they're quite similar in terms of like the compound that they're made out of. So that's where I find it similar. But with these wheels, I've just had so much fun because I've been able to just like kick the board about, slide it out really easy, and it's just a fun board.
You're doing 180s like the day we got it.
Yeah, the day I got it, when I was absolutely just flying it around, spinning it 180, kicking the back end out, and just having a really good time with the board. So yeah, it's been a really fun board for me to ride, and I'm pumped to crack on with it even more.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be one of those times where you kind of see some videos that we post have, me primarily waffling on a lot more than you, but I think with this board, it's going to be the other way around. You've got a lot more to say about this board than I do. I think the problem with me is because of how much time I spend on all-terrain wheels.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely, guys, I'm having a very hard time going back to street. Even if we're just like demoing a board, if it's, 85s or even 107s or, 115 millimeter wheels, I'm just like, nah, it's just not for me anymore.
I know what you're saying. I the same as well. Like, even when we went back out again earlier and you was riding your bamboo and you was like, you could go up the cattle grids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can just fly and cruise over the cattle grids. I have to actually stop with the Black Carve because of the size of the wheels, or any whip board that has got street wheels. I'd have to stop, get off the board, then jump back on the board after I've gone over the cattle grid. Whereas before, with my ATs and the 6 inches, me and you could just fly straight over them, couldn't we?
Yeah, it makes a really, really big difference. But like, surprisingly, I have been impressed with the board. I think that the main thing that kind of caught me off guard with this board is the friggin' speed. Like, I referred to it as, not in a way that I'm trying to take the piss out of the board, but I was like, it's got no guts. And what I meant is in, like, when you floor it, that's where the board is, no board is perfect. And that's where this board has the compromise. You have like crazy top speed, 32 miles an hour, 34 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But the acceleration is sluggish. It's in comparison to the GTR
in comparison to the GTR mode, I'd probably say like the acceleration is more close to the Pro mode, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, to be honest, I think the acceleration would be the same as any of the other mainstream boards. It's just I think GTR mode is absolutely savage, especially if you're using street wheels.
Yeah.
It's a joke how quick you can get off the line. But then the second we started moving and we picked up speed, like if we crossed like 15 miles an hour, you just like boom, straight past.
Yeah, I reckon it's when you get to sort of about the 15, 20 miles an hour mark.
Yeah,
then
you're gone.
I'm just gone.
Yeah, and it's not even like you're creeping ahead. You're gone.
Yeah, there's no catching me. You can't catch me at all.
No, I can't maintain your speed or catch you. It's you're gone. It's like what it felt like is when I had the 6-inch wheels on and you had the 7-inch wheels. And we hit top speed. Obviously, you tapped out at somewhere around the 19, 20 mile an hour mark, and I was still able to go. 20.
Yeah. Then you could still get to 24 to 26, and you was gone. Yeah,
it was like that, but worse. Like worse. I'm stunned at the speed, and I don't think either of us has kind of gotten the board up to 100%. I think the main area not the main area, but where we're tapping out is that we need to adjust the bushings.
Yeah, I think the bushings are a little bit too soft at the moment, and like I said, and I said in the impressions video. If that's up before this, you either love them or you hate them, double kingpin trucks, and you do need to spend the time to sit there and tweak them to the way that you like to ride to find that perfect balance between being able to hit top speeds and still have that manoeuvrability as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, sure. I'm probably going to try switching the bushings out in it and tweaking them a little bit, just trying to make it as work for me as best as I possibly can, because I am really enjoying this board.
Yeah, I can see the smile on your face.
The speed that you're able to get on it, I just love that hitting to that sort of speed where you have to back off. That's what I like. It's that danger element there. You start getting up to those really high speeds. You're like, you get like slightly this little worry. You have to come off. I think that's part of the fun and the excitement that I'm getting out of this board, as well as being able to just, with that shorter wheelbase on there, just being able to throw the board about as much as I like. So
the way you're riding now is similar to the way I was riding on the own board with the was it the own board or the V-Star when we stuck on the AT wheels on it from Evolve? I think
that was the V-Star or Vesta board, wasn't it?
And it was just like I was absolutely trying.
Yeah, you was going crazy on it.
Yeah, that's how you were riding today on that on the ONSRA. So it's it's surprising.
Like that.
And the other side is, I mentioned this in the first impressions video, but I wanted to clarify that the top speed that I was getting, plus 32 miles an hour, was only literally in the first few minutes of riding the board. I'm talking like less than 5 minutes. And after you've gone for less than 5 minutes, you can't get over 32. But saying that sounds ridiculous because, I mean, for me, I don't want to go any faster on an electric skateboard. I think 32 miles an hour on the road while carving, that's plenty.
Yeah, I'd say around the 30 mile an hour mark is a good speed for just having as top speed.
Yeah. If you can keep up, like in Cambridge, the speed limit in most places is either 20 or 30.
Exactly. So I was on that board there, man. I was keeping up with cars.
Yeah.
Cars were just like, what the hell?
Yeah, looking down, like obviously the sound.
Yeah, the sound of it as well.
Yeah.
And did you see those? When we was riding back earlier, didn't we? There's some lads in the car, and they were absolutely loving it, weren't they?
How fast does it go? Yeah. But it's jokes. It's hilarious.
But yeah, I am really enjoying this board. But like you was going back to speed there, 30 miles an hour, top end is plenty enough speed, I think, for an electric skateboard. But I would like on this board some more torque, some more grunt off the line. Because in terms of torque, I think it's got good torque. When we was going up the hill and I was just going...
Yeah.
It absolutely flew up that hill, no problem whatsoever. Yeah. It's just that initial off the line there, isn't it? So that may be something to do with the ESC that needs tweaking, or maybe Fabi could do something to tweak that. But then would you then harm the range even more? Be even more damaging to the range? Then I don't know. It's something he can maybe consider and think about tweaking on it. But
I think if you're to mess with because it's got a 40-tooth gear setup right now. So if you went to 48.
Yeah, I was looking online because I thought that was the 32 that was on there originally, wasn't it? And then I asked you, so you spoke to Fab and he said, no, that's a 40-tooth gear on there. So I had a look online and I found the ABEC pulley, which is a 48-tooth gear. So I found that online, but I just don't know whether or not that's going to give us... I think maybe that might give you more torque, as in torque for going up hills and stuff, but I don't know whether or not it's going to give me more like off-the-line torque. Do you know what I mean?
I guess the only real way to find out is to put it on, but hypothetically you should. I mean, if we're way off here, like obviously comment down below and let us know, but I'm pretty sure that if you did put a 48-tooth gear on it, you'd lose top speed and you would gain torque in general.
Yeah, in general, but I mean off the line performance.
Stick it on and find out.
That's the only way you can do it, yeah. Stick it on. But or if anyone in the comments or anybody watching this can just comment, because there's a lot of you guys are real tech savvy of all this sort of stuff and you know everything about the ins and out of it. So if you could let us know in the comment section down if that's something that would work, that'd be much appreciated.
For sure. But yeah, so far you're impressed. Is that
I'm buzzing off it. You got his website up now, have you?
Yeah, so is this the general consensus of how you're feeling about this lovely board?
Yeah. Oh, it is what it is, isn't it? We're in a work in progress. At the end of the day, this is the first set we've had back. We've got all this new equipment. We're still learning how to use it. We're not professionals by any shape. But
yeah, at least we know now it's the Mac power cable that does that buzzing sound, so that's good. Because you moved something and I was just like, whoa, like it's complete. This is why having the headphones on is actually needed.
What's going on there then?
Yeah. But yeah, so it's stuck underneath, that's all.
There we go. Back in business.
Oh, you unplugged it a bit.
Yeah, because you had it on the laptop and you pulled the laptop over.
Yeah, so so in terms of the general consensus for the board is you're buzzing.
General consensus of the board is that I think the board is good, and what's it going for, like €1,200 this spec?
Yeah, let me click on the actual. Here we go. Yeah, this is the
Black Carve dual belt, 12.
Yeah, 1,299.
1,300, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's with the 115 mil wheels.
Boards on the way to 42. We recommend. Oh, so he has a 45-tooth gear then.
Oh crap! There you go. That'll be ready.
Fabi, send me one out, please.
But yeah, it's I can't lie.
Oh.
What? You crap.
I need the little plaque on it that tells me what they are. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I think it's always one of those moments where every time you get sent out a board and it arrives and you have expectations of what you think it's going to be like, and then you ride it and you're like, it's all right. Like nothing screamed out at me like this is unreal.
Yeah, it was like you with the own board.
Yeah, but this is
obviously that was a pre-production unit. So
yeah. I was so pumped to get that board. I wasn't disappointed. I just wasn't as excited after riding it. But this is one of those instances where I'm pleasantly surprised in terms of everything that is described on the website is absolutely accurate, which is the most surprising part. You know, companies will be like, oh, you know, you're going to get like 30 miles of range out of this board and you're somewhere between sort of like 19 to 20 and you're like, come on.
I think somewhere I actually read, it was on that one that I was looking at that I said it would be perfect for you and the type of riding you like with the AT wheels that he does there. And it actually says like in the range testing part of it, the board has been tested sort of like here, there and everywhere are different speeds, but if you was to put it in eco, you'd be able to get more. So he's not just tested it in eco to get the maximum amount of range out of it. Do you know what I mean? He's actually ridden it about many times and then probably given like a general average of what you can expect to get out of it. But what he put on the website here was, what was it there? I think it was 18 miles. No, 19 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
I think that's doable. I think that's definitely achievable from what we've done.
Yeah, in the first impressions video, I'm pretty sure you said somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yeah, that we'd get out of it based on what we've ridden so far.
Which is, that I feel like that's definitely justified. The 35 mile an hour top speed, like I said,
that's on cloud wheels, 120 mil though. Yeah,
and then 33 on the 115, the 115 millimeter wheels, which is completely justifiable.
Doable.
Yeah, you can definitely get that speed, but like I said, hitting 34 plus only occurs for like maybe a couple minutes, and then after that you're kind of sat at about 32.
Hang on a minute, just go down one, will you?
Go on.
Just to the next point after that one that you just hit on.
Which one am I looking at? Oh, I didn't see that.
Top speed AT wheels, 35 miles an hour.
If I was just about to swear there. If that. If
oh
this
my
board,
god! If I put the 6 inches on here when I get home with the Evolve tooth gear on, and I hit 35, you are gonna be savage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god.
So just in case you can't see it on the screen, All Terrain Wheels on the website claims the top speed is 35 miles an hour. If this board can do that kind of speed with the All Terrain Wheels, it doesn't say what tooth gear setup would be on this wheel setup.
No, it doesn't. No.
But if you could get 30 with all-terrain wheels, I would be sold, because that is the only thing I want my board to be able to do. I want to ride 6-inch AT wheels, and I want to be able to hit 30 miles an hour and still have good torque and still have good braking. Like that's the requirement that if I could make changes to my favorite board, which is the Bamboo GT. If I could do that.
I think for the Black Carve anyway, we need to put the AT wheels on there with the teeth on there, because people are going to comment down in the comment section saying, what about if you put the AT wheels on there, or what about if you put the Evolve wheels on there? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's worth doing just to see what it performed like.
And it's not been done yet, so it'd be cool to see.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so general consensus of the board is a great one. I think I'm keen to also try the the board that you're talking about that would be perfect for me is this one over here. This one, where is it here? The ONSRA AT.
Yeah.
I don't think, after speaking to him briefly, I don't think this is something that can be still purchased. Yeah, sold out. But based on,
look at that deck. The deck shape, that is crazy, isn't it?
The drop down might be a bit too savage for me, but
that's definitely like an AT only board.
Yeah, that's what I think I need now. I only want all terrain, and not because I want to ride off the road, just because I want to carve like an absolute lunatic.
And not only that as well, it's like you said, we was going over them cattle grids. You don't even have to stop and get off the board at all. You just straight over it, and you don't even have to worry about bumps and lumps in the road. Especially even like with these wheels on here, I really do like these wheels that are on here that he's got. But even with those, you still do feel some of the bumps and lumps. Especially at high speeds, and then you can get a little bit of wobble, especially when you're going like top speed on that thing as well. So yeah.
But this is the thing. It's I mentioned this in the first impressions video. These wheels are what cloud wheels I feel like we're trying to do, because they
radio wheels.
They
eliminate those long average. No, it's not average Eksate. Eliminate those long Eskate ride shakes.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like cloud wheels, in my opinion, in our opinion, I think it's safe to say, claim to do a lot of things that we have just not experienced, and it's why why we're so against them, but it's why you guys saw the podcast where we were a little bit
not
harsh.
too nice about them, was we?
Yeah, but it's based on generally what we feel, and these wheels over here are the complete opposite. And I think this is probably a really good time to mention that Fabi and ONSRA as a company aren't paying us or anything like that. This this podcast they don't even know that we're making this podcast.
No.
This is just us sharing feedback. I want to make that clear, because I don't want you guys to think that we're being nice because something's happened behind closed doors. Like, if you guys watch us and you believe in us, you know that we post what we actually experience and what we feel. So nothing is massaged based on whose back's been scratched or whose pocket's been lined. It's never going to be like that. But if you gave me the option between street wheels, like 107s, 85s, whatever, cloud wheels, or these 115s or 150 millimeter wheels, I'd pick these.
Yeah, 100%. Like same as you. I could never go back to street wheels now.
Yeah,
I would if I was like if I was going around at a completely smooth track or something like that. Then 100% I'd choose street wheels because of just the speed, the torque, for ripping around the track and stuff like that. But out on the your normal everyday ride and stuff like that, especially around the roads that we've got where we live, street wheels are just not an option anymore.
No, I know what you mean.
They're not fun, are they?
No, and these are a very happy medium where, like, even going over small drop down curbs and stuff like that, you can do it.
It's doable, and going even when we go over the little dots they have on the pathway there, so the blind people can see where they're at traffic lights and stuff like that. Yeah. Feel where they're at traffic lights, can't they? This goes over that pretty well as well, so you don't really have to worry about things like that. It's just the big things which the diameter of the wheel can't cope, like them cattle grids and stuff like that. But
could we talk about how I hit a dog today?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I don't even mean to laugh because it's just I'm laughing at the situation, not the fact that I hit a dog.
Yeah, it's not the fact that he hit the dog, but
I was doing at least $120, man. It was like I was just like, because we were going down a cycle path, and this is where bikes go. So like it's
a genuine cycle path.
Yeah, it's like the dog should not have been there. The dog was on a lead. I saw the owner, because I mentioned this in the first impressions. Again, the ONSRA board, it's like it sings as you're riding it. So everyone on the cycle path that was there could hear us coming. The owner of the dog turned around and he saw us, and he kind of grabbed the lead of the dog and moved it out of our way out of the cycle path. The dog then proceeded to run straight back in front of me as we were cutting past, and oh my God.
It was one of those like little dogs as well.
Yeah, oh my God, I felt so bad. I don't mean to laugh. Please don't butcher me in the comments for this. Again, it's the situation. I'm an animal person. I felt horrible, and I was like, oh my God, is the dog okay? And then obviously you're sitting there thinking, like, that's my first thing was like, I came off the board, by the way. I came straight off the board. And my first impression was, holy crap, is the dog okay? I wasn't even bothered about the fact that I had 2 iPhones in my pockets, that I had, 300 pounds worth of microphones in my bag.
Oh yeah, you did as well.
The brand new mics. And I was just like, oh my God, here we go. So I was like, oh crap, like, is the dog okay? And then the owner was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, checking on his dog. And then I was waiting for him to like absolutely go mad at me. And I'd be like, you're on a friggin' cycle path, dude. Your dog should have been right next to you. And he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. I was like, is the dog okay? Like that poor thing, man. And it was like, I don't even know what part connected with it, but I think it was my AT wheels 100% hit it. And so did my foot.
The size of that little dog there, that I'm surprised the board didn't go through him. Honestly, you hit him going over 20 miles an hour, and all I saw was you hit the dog go, "Arr!"
Wow.
And then you just go flying off the board.
Because I was like,
oh my God, yeah.
I rolled, I had a helmet on.
He did have a helmet on.
But no, honestly, like, God's truth, I'm an animal person, so that it's really upsetting for me that happened. And if I don't laugh, I'll probably end up crying. But yeah, it was brutal. I'm just glad that the dog was okay. But geez, like, a word of warning if you're riding past. I know it's logic if you're riding past animals to slow down, but because it was a cycle path and the dog was on a lead.
Yeah, he was on a lead, and the owner actually pulled him over to one side to be, to take him out the way. So
yeah, that's why I felt like, oh no, we're good. We can just fly past it. But yeah, it was messed up. It was a dodgy one. I mean, the owner had a laugh with us as well. This is why we're kind of giggling about it, because it's not like, it wasn't a serious thing. The dog was okay. The owner was okay. He was like, are you okay? Like, laughing at me because he saw me Superman off of my board. But yeah, it was, man, I've never done anything like that before.
No, we've had a few dogs chase us though, haven't we?
Yeah. But oh my goodness, that
is one thing you need to be wary of if you're riding about, people with dogs, and if they've got them off their lead, because dogs they'll chase after you.
Yeah. I guess the idea is you can either do one or two things: stop.
Yeah.
Or floor it.
Or floor it.
Yeah, I just floor it.
You floor it and then you hit the dog.
I didn't mean to hit the dog.
Oh God.
It's one of those times that we weren't even filming. It would have been interesting to watch the video back, but yeah, dog was okay. That was the most important thing. The dog was all right.
Yeah, I still wish I'd have got that on video though.
I rolled hard, but I was fine. Like, everything was fine.
It is like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, cheers.
Rolling down the road like a tumbleweed. Everyone went silent.
It's weird. I didn't have flatland gloves on. I didn't hurt my hands. I didn't hurt my elbows. I hurt nothing. I landed on the bag.
Yeah.
That Evolved backpack adds like a little bit of, it's like
it's a protection thing.
It's unreal.
It's like my Alienware backpack that I had when I went snowboarding with it.
Yeah.
I had that on and everyone was calling me Turtle Boy because because the back of it's like, it's quite a big bag, but the back of it's like a really hard shell, and if you fell over snowboarding, that was it. I was gone. I was spinning
like
down, spinning down the mountains and that, just on my back on the backpack, because that just used to send me flying. But yeah, that's quality.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because I remember, like, I fell and then kind of went like this way and literally I landed on my back essentially.
Yeah.
Like, my helmet didn't hit the ground or anything like that, but because of the bag, I just kind of like bounced and then rolled.
Yeah, it took the cushion.
Yeah, really
blow.
did. And none of the microphones were damaged or anything, because like this is a nice mic. I'd have been really upset if it was broken.
It is a nice mic. It sounds better than my mic.
And it's red. I've got a thing for red, in case you ever noticed.
I might have to order one of those actually, because that sounds pretty good.
I prefer the sound of yours. We're getting sidetracked here again. Sorry, guys.
You prefer the sound of mine?
Yeah, in my ears it sounds this. No homo. It sounds. No, just I like the way it sounds. The bass and everything sounds good.
I don't know. I find yours better. I like yours better. But oh well,
Oh God, he strikes again. Oh, you've been terrible with that lately, haven't you?
Oh, God.
Babe, stop it.
But yeah, moving on from that, because we'd just like to say no animals were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Yeah, but that's actually needed. For sure it's needed. But yeah, it's we digress and waffle on. Okay, this is
So my overall impressions and the way that I felt about this board has actually been really good. I have been really enjoying it.
For sure.
I feel like tonight I really want to take this board out. I want to take it out sort of like when it's just getting dark, so I can get some really nice crisp footage of it.
Yeah, no, I think that'll be good.
I might even actually we've got some of those Shredlights, haven't we?
We do. I've literally just pulled up their website. That was a very, very nice way to segment into that. Really enjoyed that. This is probably a good time to mention that the sponsor of this podcast is, in fact, not Evolve. It is it's Shredlights. Thank you guys at Shredlights for sponsoring this podcast. It's one of those ones where at the beginning of kind of like discovering Shredlights, I always thought that they were meant to light the ground so you could see what you were going over, and I never really got that because I was like, I didn't feel like they were anywhere near bright enough, especially how fast we ride night or day, to do that. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's more about being seen than being able to light the path in front of you so you can see where you're going. Because realistically, you'd need to illuminate the ground, maybe like 5-6 meters ahead of you for it to be worthwhile, so you can see debris, potholes, etc.
Yeah, I think generally what they're for, realistically, is to be seen at night time so that you can ride safer, so that cars and cyclists and members of the public can see that you're coming along. Essentially, same as like riding a bike. But in terms of being able to be seen, and I suppose if you're in sort of a fairly well-lit area that's not, really bright, these are going to help to illuminate that area even more for you. So,
yeah, for sure. I think it's and I'll be honest, depending on how people set them up, they can actually look pretty sick on boards.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I've seen some people with Shredlights on their boards that look really, really sick.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's worth having if you use your board as at night. If you like, a lot of you know that I don't have a car right now. I'm waiting to take delivery of my new car, and I'm using a skateboard as my primary means of transport, which means I'm using it at night and also during the day. So having I'll be honest, before we got Shredlights, we're pretty bad at night. Like, we'll literally be riding in black with like no lights. Maybe I'll have like a phone light on and I'll shine it at cars at junctions.
That's the standard one, phone light out.
Yeah, so that's obviously not a good way of doing it. I did go ahead and get a jacket that I don't even know what they're called, but the reflective jacket.
Yeah, that reflective jacket that you've got. Yeah, God, I remember when you got that. Jesus Christ, that thing is bright.
It's like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having something like a reflective jacket, I know the Evolve backpack has the strips on it that have the same reflective material, and then obviously having lights on your board. I think if you're in a vehicle and you see red at the back, you know that it's some sort of vehicle that's on the road.
Exactly, and they've even got different modes on the lights as well, haven't they? So that you don't have them just like as a static light. You could have them like a pulsing, flickering light or something like that.
It has like a really intense flicker
that's it.
I hadn't seen that on the older ones, and I was like, damn, that's bright.
Yeah, that is bright, and I think probably not on the front because that could be quite disorientating on the front side, but on the back side of the board, I think that'd be brilliant because that's really going to
on a bag, on a helmet.
Exactly, that's really going to grab somebody's attention, isn't it? And they're going to be able to see you and spot you out straight away. So it's going to make you even more safe.
I think my biggest peeve with Shredlights when they first I'm not going to say when they first came out, rather when I first discovered them when I was riding back in the day when I was riding the Slick Revolution skateboards, because one of my boards that I got from Slick Rev, I got Shredlights, the original ones, with that board. And my irritation with them was the light is like a few inches off of the ground. Like, what? Me as at that time primarily a car driver, I was like, how is that going to help? And now with the pack that we picked up a couple of days ago from Shredlights, it has mounts for bags and helmets. I think that is, for me, that's where like I can honestly say now I see these being relevant. Aside from obviously understanding that it's good to be able to be seen rather than trying to light the way in front of you. Having it on your helmet or having it on your bag is a much more logical place for me to put it. Because me personally, I wouldn't put Shredlights on the front of my board. I'd rather have the red ones on the back, and then I'd rather have a light on my bag and a light on my helmet facing forward, so cars can see me because I'm at a much higher height.
That's it.
That's the way I would prefer to do it. This is me just being, again, completely honest with you guys. It's the way that I would use them, and it's the way that I'm going to use them with my bamboo board. 2 on the back, and then I'm going to have a light on my bag and a light on my helmet. I think that's the best way. But the problem is I switch between 3 or 4 different helmets. I need to figure out which one I want to use and then stick to that one and put the lights on that one.
You need to get yourself a good board, don't you?
Good board?
Well, you need to get yourself a...
What do you mean a good board? What are you trying to say about my board? Have you converted that hard already? You had one ride and you've just been like, all right, like I'm done now. What do you mean a good board? You mean a good helmet?
No, yeah, that's what I meant.
I've got that downhill one, the downhill skating one.
Because that's what you was talking about, and I was obviously fiddling about there, so I was trying to listen as well. And then I searched.
It's fine.
Just me being silly and not listening properly.
Don't hurt my
as usual.
feelings.
As usual.
Don't hurt Betsy's feelings. She's nice. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do with those. And in terms of the helmets, the Rurik helmets, I feel like I'm not really enjoying using them anymore. They're too big.
Yeah, I've thought that ever since.
What did you call me? You called me a Q-tip. You called me a bloody Q-tip.
But yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I had, because the helmet is so big on your head.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when I see the footage back of riding with it. Remember Mars Attacks, the movie?
Yeah,
with those aliens.
But they're generally like snowboarding, or I don't even know. I don't think they're motocross, are they?
Some people do. I'm pretty sure that they're certified to be used on like motorbikes.
Yeah,
you can. But I know they make specific ones that I see on their Instagram all the time with like people on superbikes and other types of
oh, so they must be then.
Yeah, they've got some that are, and the ones that they make that we've got are also certified as well to be able to be used on bikes.
Yeah, they are good looking helmets though. You can't deny that.
With the front mask and the cage and the goggles on, yeah. But then that obstructs your view like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on a motorbike and stuff like that, you don't really need to be able to see right the way around you, do you? To be able to, every now and again you need to just glance over or something like that. But when
it's why I like the downhill skating helmet with the visor, because I don't have to move my head to be able to see like from my peripheral view.
Yeah.
And most importantly, like I don't know what you guys are like, but when I have a helmet on that has like any sort of front protection for your face, I like to be able to see the nose of the board. So when you're going through tight spaces. What about
those helmets? I think Volvo got some on their website, haven't they?
Which ones? Are you?
They're like...
I can't tell if you're trolling the trolls right now.
No. I'm actually being generally serious here. They've got... I swear they've got...
that's bad one. I swear
they've got helmets on their site.
Well, these are the ones.
That's the one there, yeah.
With this,
the thousands helmet, yeah.
Yeah, at least it doesn't cost thousands. No, I've seen people wear these, and I know.
Yeah, I've seen people wear them. They do look quite nice.
And I wouldn't do that. I'd either go with the downhill.
But look at it; it's got the brown straps to match your brown Timbs and stuff like that. That's a bit of you, mate. That is.
I do like my Timberlands. Just to be honest. No, maybe we could see if should we get 185 and then maybe see if we can what we think of it. Small me. I know I'm a medium. My head's pretty sold out. Okay, so no.
So that must be pretty good if it's sold out.
Yeah, fair. Ooh, different colours, or is it just black? Oh, just black. If I had a white one, I'd probably jump on that. I like the Q-tip look. Definitely like the Q-tip look. But yeah, it's maybe that would be one that would be worth checking out.
Worth trying out, yeah.
But I'll probably stick with the helmet the downhill skating helmet that I've got with the visor, because it's nice. Don't have to worry about wind getting in my eyes and bugs flying in my eyes while I'm riding.
Yeah, look at that. Look, they've got an Evolve on the website.
Yeah, carbon Boost It Mini S. It's not the X because it's not black, and then a one wheel by the looks of it. But yeah, so of course, if you want to check out Shredlights, there'll be a link down below in the video description if you're watching the podcast on YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure that you head over to YouTube, find the video, and the link will be down there in the video description. But the website is shredlights.com. So if you want to pick some of these lights up, it's shredlights.com. Once again, thank you, Shredlights, for sponsoring this episode. Do you not actually just grab a pack of the Shredlights?
Yeah.
Do you think that's necessary? No, we can just B-roll it, can't we?
Yeah, we could just be a B-roll and just overlap over the top, can't you?
Yeah. Just grab me a pack of Shredlights if you don't mind, mate. Just because you're on the side. I can't get round the table. There's too many cables on this side. Oh, get 2 packs. 2-pack. Wee. You right there, mate? Fucking hell, dude. You didn't even turn the LED lights on for the setup.
It's on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it. Okay, I'm just.
It's late. It's like nearly 9 o'clock at night or whatever it is.
Just casually gonna put these packets right here. Sponsored by Shredlights. Average Eskate Reviews. God, that sounds so good. It sounds so good. Sorry. Is this what you're going to be like now? Just struggling to find the right button?
I'll get it sorted. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What
By the time season 2's over, I'll be a pro.
I'd like you to be a pro by episode 2, if I'm honest. What else do we want to chat about? What are your, since we're on the subject of lights, what are your thoughts on just using lights in general? Because I know we've not done it for a while. Lockdown has had a major part in the fact that we're not riding around as much as we normally do at night. Because I think we do more of our riding at night because we'd be in London the whole day filming.
That's it.
And then the whole evening shredding round like Covent Garden and like over the Tower Bridge. And
yeah, well, we do ride a lot at night, so I don't really know why we've not decided to get any. I suppose maybe just because we're in town and it's light enough for us to be able to see to ride, so that we don't care that the fact that other people may not be able to see us.
Yeah, because I remember what is it, last was it like this December or last December? I think it was last December when you had that massive like industrial torch that you ride with, so you could
that was a Makita torch with a Makita battery on it, so it was quite a big bulky thing, but it done the trick. I could see where I was going.
Yeah, you could use that to call Batman type stuff.
Yeah. That was it.
But no, I was doing the same thing. I went to what's it called, Halfords. If you're not from the UK, it's like what would you refer to it as?
It's like an auto store, isn't it? Really?
Auto parts store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get they sell bikes, they sell car parts, and they obviously sell like accessories for both. And they had like I think it's a Duracell torch that I've got, like a nice Duracell LED torch, and it's pretty decent. It does like a pulsing, it does a super bright light. So that's what we typically use. But obviously the issue with that is you can only be seen when somebody's looking in the direction that you're shining the light at them in.
Exactly, yeah.
So from any other direction, they can't see you.
So again, it comes down to just us being able to see where we're going.
Yeah, and it's like, don't worry about anyone being able to see us. So long as we can see where we're going, we'll be fine. And riding around Cambridge, you can get away with because you know the city, you know where cars are coming from, which directions. But when we're like in central London, like full pace, after having a few orange juices,
a few juice and gins,
and we're just absolutely shredding through the city. It's you definitely want to be seen, and I think now because we'd be riding even more aggressively, you definitely want to be seen. So that's for sure. That's one that is worth it. It's one of those things. A lot of riders, you want to be as safe as you can. You get stick for not wearing helmets, but how many of you riders out there are riding around at night without lights? I mean, in Cambridge, the amount of people that ride bikes without lights on is like
probably like 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to swear. I wanted to say WTF, but I'm not going to. But it's crazy. And you find that the rules, because of how many people are on bikes in Cambridge, you'd think they'd be strong, but they're quite relaxed. People don't seem to really care.
No one really cares about bikes, do they?
I remember driving past someone a few months ago that was on a black bike in black, top to bottom, at night. I didn't even see them. I was just driving and I went past. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, that's just asking for it. Like riding around looking like Knight Rider. But no, it's crazy. But it's if you don't have any sort of
I'll
lights.
be like Knight Rider when I've got those red Shredlights on my black car.
Just try have them like pulsing across.
Yeah.
Look at you in love with that board. But if you like legitimately, if you don't have any form of lights, like check these out. If you're not down like me, you're not down for the whole like I don't want to put these things on my board. It's worthwhile sticking it on your jacket, on your bag, on your helmet. Because they've got the helmet mounts and stuff like that now, which is pretty cool. So that it's worthwhile. Plug aside. It's
even so, I'd still recommend putting some on the back of your board.
Yeah, but
even if you're not down for the whole putting lights on your board, still just put a couple on, or one at least on the back of your board, just so that. So
you're going to be Mr. Safety now. The guy that rides around with no helmet.
They call me Ricky SSS. I'm not going to say my last name, but that's what they call me.
Safety.
Ricky, safety.
You're riding around on that board today, mate. Like, I was watching you thinking, like, first time I've been riding with you, and I'm like, he's going to come off. I'm
still getting used to it. But I'm just loving, like, obviously with the short wheel, I need to tweak those double kingpin trucks still to the way that I like to ride them. But with the short wheel-based deck on this thing here, because the deck's quite short, you can really chuck it about. And these wheels as well, they slide out, but they don't slide out to the point that they completely just go on you. You've got a lot of play with these wheels, so that's what I like about them.
You don't like with the 107s. I didn't know that. So Ricky was riding the ONSRA with obviously the 115mm rubber wheels, and I was riding the Evolve GTR Carbon with the 107 wheels. I didn't know that they were, because we've got two sets of 107 wheels. And so I jumped on them and just rode the way I normally would ride, and had the board slide out on me on my, like, on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Like I ride standard, I don't ride goofy. So it's the back end sliding towards my back way. I'm not comfortable with at all. Like I've not got that down. I need to slide the other way around. When I lose the board while I'm in a carve and it slides out, towards my front side, it's very easy for me to control that.
See, that's weird. I'm the other way around.
Yeah. So it freaked me out. Like you saw me go under that bridge and the back end just went whoop. I didn't come off, but I was just like, holy crap. And I was like, what's up
then
with
he
the
started
wheels?
having to go at me about it as well.
No, because I was like, because Ricky's the one that put the wheels on the board, and I was like, what did you do?
Yeah, what the hell have you done to this board? What wheels have you put on there? I was like, just the 107s, mate. They're the new ones that haven't been used yet.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You could have told me.
I had no idea that it was the brand new wheels. Obviously, like you guys know, when you get a brand new set of urethane wheels, you need to wear them in before you've got proper grip. I assumed it was the used 107s that we've put a few 100 miles on, so I wasn't really too bothered. I was like, I know how much these will grip.
Yeah.
So yeah, that caught me completely off guard. But it's still fun. But again, if I had the choice, if I was going to ride any board with 107s or this board with those ones, I'd pick the ONSRA with the 150mm wheels. It's a sweet spot between grip and speed that I think...
Yeah, you've got the speed, you've got the grip, and also you've got the little bit of off-road capabilities there to be able to go over less than desirable terrain,
Yeah, I'm curious to see what these wheels...
It definitely goes over stuff way better than a urethane wheel.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what these will be like on the bamboo. Like if I stick them on the bamboo, see what that feels like.
Yeah.
Or even can I put them on the booster board? What's that going to be like? That'll essentially correct all of the issues with that board. But the thing is, what's so funny about the booster board right now? What the hell would we do with 6 miles of range?
I really don't know.
Like, I can't believe at some moment
Literally
in my life that was useful. Like, today we rode 13, 14 miles in one hit?
In one hit, yeah. And
no chance with that.
You would have been done straight away on that.
I'd have had to charge it 3 times. Because, 6 miles is riding in the, what's it called, hyper mode. Fairly conservatively.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're sat at around 5 miles. Like
that's mad,
That's like to town and back, and then we're done.
That's why the company's done, mate.
Oh, crap. That's a bit savage.
It's true, though.
But, with them, what are they called? E-board stuff. And then the other guys that are, Boost It USA, that are selling boards. And also, I know there's that website that's rebuilding motors and stuff like that. I still want to give that a go. If anyone knows anyone from that company, please hit me up. Because I want to send them my motors that are clicking and have them rebuild them.
Yeah.
It's
still cool. If you've got a boosted board already and you ride boosted boards, then it's still cool the fact that you can get them repaired, because some people you really love their boosted boards.
Yeah, I do too. I wouldn't have gotten into electric skateboards if I didn't discover Boost It. That's what made me go ooh.
Yeah. So how long ago was it the Boosted officially folded the company? What, 4 months ago was it?
I can actually 1 second. I can have a look at because I've actually got our page here so we can check. Where is the Boost It bankrupt thing? Because I know it's a podcast. There, it was 3 months ago.
3 months ago. So, the fact that it was 3 months ago and they didn't even have another board that was even in the works to come out.
Oh no, they did. What's that guy's name? Sam Sheffer. He posted a video sharing the concepts of what Boost It was working on.
Yeah, they're concepts though. They weren't they weren't a ready-made board, were they? They were just concepts.
Bit harsh.
Jesus Christ, I've got loads of concepts in my drawer at home.
I don't know what you got in your drawer at home, but I bet for damn sure it ain't no skateboard concepts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's
Do you know what I mean? There's having concepts, then there's having something that's ready to go to market, and they didn't have anything. And the fact that they still had a board that was going about 1,500 quid, 1,400 quid, for essentially 5 or 6 miles of range is just crazy.
I mean, now it seems crazy to me, but
yeah, and I've never been surprised. I'm not surprised at all that they have gone bust. Yeah,
but when we filmed the what's it called, the surf adapter on the boosted board, and I jumped back on the board, even you said the boosted board deck is the best deck you've ever stepped on.
Yeah, the boosted board deck's a really nice deck to stand on, but at the same time, it's just not for me. The boosted boards are just not. They've never have been for me.
Yeah, I think in terms of what's available now, even if they were around, it's the competition is just for what they offer. It's just that they don't have the top speed or the range.
No,
which those are the two main things that you want. The ride is great. The issue obviously with the street wheels.
Yeah, you got the street wheels again. Which now is a no for you as well. So
yeah, it's gonna be really tricky. I need help, guys. Let me know what I can do to correct this or remedy this, because obviously any boards that we get coming in, all of a sudden you're going to start to see me fading on the channel, and it's just going to be Ricky doing reviews, because if it's not an all-terrain wheel board, then I'm like, meh.
I don't like street wheels anymore.
Yeah, okay, but you'll still ride those types of wheels.
That's not a street wheel though. This is made out of a rubber, not a urethane. So this is more of the similar compound to what the AT wheels are made out of.
Yeah, minus
like
the inner
a
tubes.
tyre. Yeah, minus the inner tubes.
Yeah.
So they feel very similar to me anyway as the ATs, just a smaller diameter. But when it comes to sort of using the street wheels and that now, I think we need to look at maybe if we're going to use street wheels, maybe testing them out on somewhere else we could, like we went to that go-kart track that time.
Yeah, I think it's
somewhere like that, or even like that solar. What's it called? Is it the solar park or something like that in London?
Oh yeah, but
that track that we went around.
We legit just like climbed over the fence and started riding around.
Yeah, mate, but that was like the perfect track for street wheels. Wasn't it?
That is the perfect spot. It's the place near Wick. Can anyone is Wick even still open?
Yeah, yeah. If any of you guys know or live in the London area, know if Wick's boards, is it Wick boards in London?
Yeah, it says it's closed. But last time I tried to go on their website wouldn't load.
The website was down and everything, weren't it?
Yeah, this is their Instagram page. I'll see if they're. I'll be devastated if these guys aren't here anymore because it's like what happened. I wouldn't let me click. I was going to see when their last post was. Let me try click on. Check out our online store. Yeah, the online store's still dead. Wickboards.com it's not loading.
Yeah, so I mean, do any of you guys know if they're still about and still running and up and running? Because it'd be gutting if they're not.
Yeah, for sure. But
it's
right next to them,
it's such a handy place, wasn't it, in London?
Yeah.
To just pop if you needed some bits and pieces.
For sure. But next to them, they had this old Olympic track. I can't remember what it was used for. Not Olympic track. Something to do with the Olympics. I think it's for bikes.
I think it's like a Venodrome, is it what they call them?
Something like that. We're probably mispronouncing the name. Yeah. You guys hopefully know what we mean. It's like in the shape of like a Pringle. The crisps.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if Pringles are worldwide.
There's an AT track there as well in the middle.
There is.
Yeah, we didn't go on that last time because we'd not ridden the ATs, had we? We'd just been on straights.
And also, I think the clearance on my bamboo wouldn't do too well.
No, it wouldn't on the bamboo, would it?
Yeah, I'd need to go there.
I think, mind you though, if you had the 7s on there, I don't think it'd be too bad, would it?
Yeah, might have to give it a go. But that was the perfect place to test out street wheels.
Yeah.
The problem is because the roads around our area aren't great. I mean, around mine, it's not too bad.
Pull up the video because there's the shots in the video there that we shot from going around that track.
This is the first impressions video. We've not set the thumbnail or anything, so please excuse the crudity of the way it looks. Look at that guy's face. Jeez. God, I'm so kind, aren't I? But yeah, let me see if we're going to get that beat again, aren't we? Wait for it. I really like that song, guys. Sorry.
And the fact that we're getting better, aren't we? We've got the music coming through here now and everything. It's all starting to come together, guys. Yeah. We're getting there. We're still not 100% finished. Don't worry about that.
Slowly. Should I mute it or just let the audio play? Shameless ad. Oh, Wick!
That is Wicks.
Have you taken an ad out against my video? That's savage. That's so cool, though.
Oh, was that an ad?
Yeah, mate. That was an ad.
And that's literally the B-roll we shot from the store.
Yeah. I don't know. That wasn't. I don't think that was our footage.
Yes, it was.
Was it really?
100%, mate.
Oh, Ricky needs like licensing signed or something now.
Mans knows what he's shot.
Man knows what he shot.
Knows what he shot.
Yeah, man don't care about all that. Wait for it. Here we go.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Look at this. Look at that noob on a board.
Cheers, mate. Is this it as well? I don't know. I'm trying to find the shots. No, that's London
shots.
See if I can find more shots of that place. I don't even like the way. Man, we overused slow-mo, didn't we? Jeez, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, every riding clip was just pure slow motion, wasn't it?
I do love slow-mo. But yeah, I think that was the only clip I could find. Oh, this is one as well here. 1 second. I need to just go back to the beginning and you'll see. God, the office has changed a lot from that, hasn't it? But yeah, you can see what the tarmac looks like there. It's like, it is flawless. It's got hills, it's got dips, so you can really have fun on a board there.
Yeah, like little mini bridges to go under.
But even this part of London here was great as well.
Even this cycle track down here is just pure smoothness the whole way down.
But it's hit or miss, and also what happens if you hit a leaf while you're in the middle of a carve? You're coming. Yeah, you're gone,
mate. But or the roads are slightly damp.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's I think that's the trick for me to be able to kind of like jump on doing street wheels again. We just need to go somewhere where the roads are smooth.
We need to find somewhere that we can carry a review out for street wheels, but in a not confined, but a controlled environment.
I think that place is probably the best place because it just gets too difficult when you're so used to riding like an absolute lunatic. And
I'm interested to actually see what these wheels are going to perform like in the wet.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, they've got the groove, so it should, displace the water fairly decently.
They're made like similar compound as the AT wheel. So
yeah, I think you'd be
okay.
okay.
Yeah, you got quite a wide patch there, contact patch on the road as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we'll have to wait until it starts pouring down with rain to be able to test them out. But yeah, it's those wheels are surprising. I think that is the general consensus. If anyone's been sat there wondering if those wheels are any good, they are good. From what we can tell.
From what we've ridden on them so far, they are good. Like I said, I'll be interested to find out whether or not they perform very well in the wet. If they perform well in the wet, then yeah.
You're sold.
Yeah, good wheels.
Yeah, fair play. Yes. Yeah, this is
Maybe we could just do like a really funny one. Yeah, maybe we could just do like a really funny one where we just let like a massive Zoom call thing come up and we just get people off the channel to ring up and ask us questions and chat with us. That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like if you guys want us to do that, the next podcast, we like I said, season 2 was all about getting guests in, and we do have a list of people that we wanted to bring in, but this was just an episode that we wanted to get out because getting our hands on the ONSRA board was it was a little bit unexpected. I didn't think it was going to come when it came.
Yeah, so we while it was fresh and in our thoughts and in our minds, we wanted to get it done. Plus, we just wanted to make sure everything was working good, check sure the audio equipment was working well and stuff like that. So
yeah.
It's
like a mock episode for us to make sure
everything's working correctly, so that we can go forward with it, making it better and better and better. But yeah, I think like a Zoom call, maybe getting like a few of you on there so that we can all chat and just talk about stuff, ask us questions. Like if any of you fancy coming on the podcast via a Zoom call up the top there, that'd be, let us know in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'm sure you'll chuck an Instagram post out about it as well, won't you? So
yeah, I'll throw up an Instagram post and see if you guys want to come in, because I think it would be pretty cool to just take calls from you.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny, wouldn't it? Just taking calls from people, answering it, speaking to them and just seeing what you got to say.
See how savage it gets.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Again, if there's any topics that you want us to cover, if there's anyone that you want us to bring on, I think in terms of guests, it would be good to get Fabi on. It'd be good to get Rob from Slick Revolutions on, just to chat about electric skateboards. Maybe some other YouTube creators that make board videos as well.
Yeah, maybe if any of you other creators are out there watching, get in touch, and if you fancy coming on the podcast.
Yeah, coming on for a chat with us, long-winded verbal diarrhea artists.
Yeah, just basically talking about absolute rubbish, aren't we?
No, I think I like it. It's fun. But yeah, as always, guys, a big thank you for rocking with us all the way. If you've watched this podcast from start to finish, lots more episodes coming, like I said, with guests, and maybe we'll be able to get some of you calling through as well. That's the great thing about this new system that we've got.
Yeah,
we can literally have calls come in, and the audio will be crisp. We can project you on the screen. It'll be good fun. It
will be fun. Yeah, I'm actually I'm really pumped for that. So I hope you guys are as well. I hope there's plenty of you that want to call in just for pure laughs.
For sure.
I think that it would be hilarious, just like getting some random people who call in and just seeing what they've got to say. I think it'd be jokes, yeah. So
we'll see if we can make that happen. But thank you guys for watching. If you're listening to the podcast on any of the podcasting sites, make sure that you're rating it because we do really appreciate that. And we have seen ratings coming through already. You guys have been giving us 5 stars and we seriously appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know how we're getting 5 stars, but Jesus.
And as always, guys, make sure that you're liking the video if you enjoy the content and you're watching on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on so you can stay up to date with everything that we post. And you want to sign out, Mr. Ricky?
Yeah, once again, thanks for rocking with us. If you've stayed all the way to the end, appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything that we post. I'm going to say exactly the same thing that he just said. And keep watching, guys. Thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. God, I sounded just like you then.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
See ya. Peace.
Before you cut it, I just wanted to add something real quick. Before we close the podcast, I just wanted to remind you that this episode is sponsored by Shredlights. If you want to pick up a set of Shredlights for yourself, the link will be down below in the video description, and the website is shredlights.com. That's shredlights.com. Big thank you to Shredlights for sponsoring this episode.